What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brian with Brian's Custom Auto coming at you today with more F-150 work because it's all I'm working on right now. But it's okay because she's blurry. Wonder why? We are going to work on the transmission today. Now, I'm not a transmission shop. I don't do transmission work, but what I do, I said do, is I'll change the filter and all that. Now, the fluid that's in there don't look bad, but where this truck did set as long as it did, and all the sediment that was in the oil pan, which I learned something about that too. But with all the sediment that happened from it setting for so long, we're going to go ahead and service this transmission and get that part done. Well, since I hate doing transmission work anyway, but I agreed to do the pan on this because why not? I want to show you guys. I took the magnet out. It's actually sitting right there. But look at how clean this really is for it to have set for as long as it has and all that. The fluid is a little, well, that's not the fluid. That's actually my diesel cleaning stuff. But there is not a lot of anything inside this pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this cleaned out. The new filter is already in. As you can see, I made a massive mess, missed my whole entire pan. It's still dripping, all kind of stuff. Soaked my ratchet. Just me and transmissions just do not get along. Anyway, but you can see inside there somewhat. But that's the new filter already in. Got the old O-ring out and all that. But it looks really, really clean in there. So, we are going to finish changing this out. All right, transmission pan is done. No drippies under the truck. Got that oily mess cleaned up. There we are with a 3.5 horsepower Dirty Devil. Wet and dry shop vac. And no, I don't have any tips for it. So this ought to be interesting. But we're going to go ahead and pull these mats out of here first. Yes, I put a cover over that seat because I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, we got a lot to clean up right there. And yeah, so we're just going to get started. By the end of today, I want this whole entire thing cleaned out and ready for me to wash and clean all this stuff. Yeah, let's get at it. Keep in mind, folks, we're still not done yet. We're still working. But floor mat's cleaned up real nice. That center area got mostly done, and I'm not done yet. Show you the back here. Carpet's all cleaned up, both sides. Driver's side floor turned out pretty nice too. So yeah, we're working on it. So I've got the kick panels out right there laid over on the ground. We're fixing to spray those down with Super Clean, hand scrub them, spray them off with water, dry them up, and see how they turn out. Then we'll move on to the rest. That's the next day. I worked out here kind of late last night using the palm sander, a little 4.5-inch palm sander. Not on paint or anything, on the floorboards. And as you can see behind me, everything is all wet because it's crap today. Again, why wouldn't it be? But I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned and cleaned until it got dark and I couldn't see to clean no more. So we have not touched that nasty door panel yet. Have not touched the dash yet. But I've already gotten more dirt and stuff in here. But look at how much cleaner it is now. Yes, I've got a towel over this. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I'm crawling in and out, so I don't want to mess it up. But let's move back here to the back door. You see my cleaning supplies down there. But it looks 100 times better. Now, we still got plenty more to do to get this up to par. Still got to clean this jam here. That's actually what I left off on. So, this jam here looks way better. Okay, and there was something I was going to ask you guys for help with. This brake dust on here has been on here for years and years and years and some more years, and after that more years. And I don't know, I'm going to try the Super Clean, the wheel cleaner. But does anybody know of something else that might help bring the years of brake dust off? Let me know in the comments below. But we're going to get back to cleaning. Yeah, we got a lot to do. So we had to shift gears, guys, because the rain absolutely has not let up at all today. So I went with plan B. And we going to start trying to get that hood straightened up so we can start painting it. So now granted, the inside is really clean. Okay, there is that. But I still have some touch up in there to do. But what we really need to do is see that top of that roof up there where it looks like crap. You see how this hood looks like somebody chipped it all with rocks? That's all the aluminum coming out. And yeah, that's stucco bathtub right there. Like legit stucco bathtub. So we're going to paper off the front of this so we don't get that brand new grill shell messed up. And yeah, we'll just dangle some paper down there. And then get back to sanding on that with some 80 and 180 and 220 and all that. All right, everybody, we're back. It's been a few days. We got some parts in for the truck here, and we're going to get right to putting them on. We got a cold air intake. We got all new rotors to go all the way around. Show you the front rotors on how we have to install those, because those do not go on like a typical rotor. You have to change bearings and everything. So we'll get right on that here in just a couple minutes. We're going to inspect the bearings that come off. If the bearings are good, we're going to clean them with Super Clean, re-grease them, pack them, put them back in. So that's that. So let's get after it. All right, guys. So the kit that he ordered for this, it said it was for the supercharged F-150, but it's not. So we're going to make it for the supercharged F-150. Meaning, this big 90 right here on that pipe does not need to be there. So, I've got it already marked. We're going to put it up here on this big old saw, and we're going to chop it. So, let's get after it. Ladies and gents, you want to be extremely careful when you do this, okay? We didn't make it all the way through. Oh no, what do we do? We clean that up first. Oh. Yeah, we knocked these burrs off. Okay. That's better. We went crooked there. But you know what? It's okay. That happens. That happens. So we'll straighten this up, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, and there we go. This part will go up toward the engine. The hoses come out the bottom. Filter goes over this end. And we are cut and set. So let's go put it on the truck. All right. Let's get my rag here and wipe it out. You always want to make sure if you're messing with anything with your intake, you always want to make sure that you clean it. Oh, excuse me. Because you want to make definite sure that you've got no metal particulates that's going to go through there. Especially on this one that's a supercharged setup, you know. Definitely don't want a supercharged setup getting particulates. Now then, what we got to do here is stretch this one over the top of this guy. And this elbow, guys, is just how it came. All right. Now this should go right onto there, like so. I'll figure out which way I want the hoses going here in just a minute. Put that about like that for right this second. Snug it. Now keep in mind, guys, this is not a $1,000 cold air intake setup or anything like that from K&N. This is a Spectre setup off of eBay. This is what the owner of the truck bought, and he asked me about it, and I honestly, I'll tell you the truth, I told him that it made no sense to go spend almost $1,000 or whatever on a cold air setup for this truck, because, oh yeah, that's gonna fit in there good. That'll fit in there just like that. So now I want to put the brace in, this brace, but again I got to modify that as well. So might be just modifying these tabs here, not real sure yet, but that'll fit in there like it's supposed to. But that's the gist of what you're going to see. This will go in right here and block off the air input for it to come right through the hole that goes through the fender. Okay, now I'm gonna get this done. I'll bring you back in a second. All right, here we are. Got the cold air intake on, got the suction tube hooked up, all that's done. Got the IAC sensor in, and all that's in, ready to go. We'll fire it up and see how good it sounds. See if you can hear that supercharger whine. Let me get this door open here. And then we'll move on to the brakes. Or not the brakes, but the, yeah, those. Let's see that oil pressure again. Booyah! Well, it sounds pretty good. Nothing comes apart, not like that. It's still cold, so I'm not going to do any hard revving, but I want to see if we can hear that supercharger. Oh yeah. Oh, she's wonderful. Oh yeah. I bet when I get it out on the road, it's gonna whine like crazy. Let's see if that boost gauge moves at all. Oh. Moved a little bit. Cool deal. All right. She seems to be a little gaseous when you first fire it up, but I think that has something to do with that map sensor and all that. I don't know. After it's all said and done, he may want to take it and get a tune done on it, but we'll see. All right, guys, we are moving on. We got the the rotor off, and yes, we're going to check the bearings. As I said, I got the first bearing out. It's right there. Feels absolutely amazing. So I'm assuming the inside will probably feel the same. Now, Unfortunately, when you take these bearings out, you have to pull that seal right there out. And that is a one-time use seal. You cannot reuse them. Okay? But for $10, you can go down to O'Reilly's and pick up your new seals. All right? And yes, I'm going to give a shout out to our local O'Reilly's here in Elizabethton, Tennessee, because these guys have, been able to get just about every single thing I need outside of specialty items, that are going to be hard to get. But David and them down at this one, y'all, these guys work extra hard to make sure you have what you need, and will continue to help afterwards. Now, I'm not sponsored by them by any means, but that would be awesome if I was. So, you know how to make that happen? Hit that subscribe button. And share this with some people. But anyway, they've worked really hard for me to make sure we have everything we need to do these jobs. Okay? And I just want to give them a special props. And while we're at it, guys, I want to go ahead and wish all of you out there a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Because, we've been through, the last 4 years have been a really tough time for all of us, especially if you're a small business owner. There's some aspects of being a small business owner that have absolutely done wonderful over this last 4 years. But that's it. Outside of that, trying to order stuff, trying to get stuff, price economics, all that stuff has went through the roof because of that. And it's been awful for the bigger companies. So, we're looking for a brighter future going ahead. And, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. Although I don't make anything from YouTube. I do not. I don't make anything from any of these companies. All this is for my clients and out of pocket. So hit that subscribe button, guys. All right, now, while we're in there, is that needs to be taken care of. Now, we'll cover this up and cover all this up, but I'm going to put a little bit of paint on that, okay? And let it be drying as I'm taking bearings out. All right? So, what we're going to use for this is some Krylon Industrial Black. It don't have to be all that great, but it is rust tough. It is, look, rust preventative enamel. So, it'll be great for this. So, I'm not even going to really clean it up. I'm just going to get some coverage on it, okay? Just because time being a factor here. I'm running out of it today quickly. So, let's get after that, and I'll bring you guys back in just a couple minutes. All right, guys. So, as you can see, that's all painted up really good. I did take the wire wheel and hit all that with that guy there. I couldn't force myself to spray over that. And we sprayed the caliper while we were at it too, just because. But now, we got grease on there, got the bearings packed. I'll slide these gloves on. Okay. Let's slide this guy. Oh, and we tapped in a new seal. There's that. Freshly packed bearing. Right there. The washer. On this truck, the washer has 2 flat spots on it, so you can't get it in there too crooked. Oh. The nut. Clean that nut up a little bit. Very, very messy job, guys, but this is part of that stuff that has to be done. Grab my croissant wrench. Now, this is my metric left-handed croissant wrench, okay? There we go. Now, put it on there. Till you get a little bit of drag. Back it off just a touch. And that should be good right there. Put your cover cap back on. These caps have 9,000 little dimples in them, and so you can turn it till you get it right for the king or for your pin. See if we straighten the end of that pin up a little bit. Put it in like so. Give it a little tippity tap, just like that. Turn around here. Daggone it. All right. Now that's on. And now we reassemble our brakes. But before I do that, I'm gonna throw this lid on this grease right here. Take these gloves off because you don't want grease getting on your thingy. All right. And now I'm using acetone in this, guys, but they do make carburetor cleaner that you can put in that, but I just use acetone, okay? But the reason you want to do this is because where they machine this, they leave oils on it, and you want to clean all that oil off, okay? Because otherwise your brakes or brake pads, look, all that, are just going to slide and not do their job. Now for the back side, I'll spray that towel real good. Just set that on there and just rotate the wheel. Just like that. Turn inside out. We'll do it again just to make sure we got it all. There we go. Now, at this point, I need to probably put that in the paint booth and spray it, so I'll do that. Yeah, let's do that right quick. All right, and there it is. Brand new caliper on, all cleaned up. Painted the rotor. I'm sorry. Brand new rotor on, painted the caliper. Yeah. Yep. Painted the backing plate. All that looks good now. So yeah, all we got left to do now is put the center cap on, knock it in there, and then slap the wheel back on here. And we're gonna move on to the back here in just a few minutes because I got to show you a trick on that, cleaning the brake dust off the wheel, something I come up with. So hang tight. All right, guys. So on this part here, this is going to be a part that takes a little bit of time. So please stick with me so I can show you how I'm doing this. But you can see all the baked on brake dust, and you know, underneath all that brake dust is really nice chrome. And I mean, it's not all pitted up too bad. I mean, there's a couple little spots, but nothing major. So we want to try and bring these wheels back to what they look like. Now, I've got a few things right here. Of course, you know, I'm using my Super Clean wheel cleaner. I've got dishwashing liquid, and water. I've got a steamer, my mini brushes, and my microfiber towels, okay? Now, I don't know how clean I'll be able to get these wheels completely, but I'm going to do my best. It's just going to take time and a lot of elbow grease. And the thing is, you have to work in a small section at a time. So I think I'm going to try and knock out the big sections first, and then worry about these little guys in between next. See, the thing is about Super Clean, guys, is you cannot just leave it on there. You know? You just cannot leave it on there. Because this stuff is so strong, it can eat through all of it. Too long. It says also try a small inconspicuous area as usual. But we're going to try and agitate that in there just a little bit. Right in the corners. Except I did this with on the truck. This is just a regular old fabric steamer, so nothing fancy either. Alright, let's give it a wipe down and see what it does. Get us a new rag. Well, ladies and gents, I think we may have found the answer. I mean, that is pretty doggone crystal clear. And here, we'll back the camera out. And so is that. Now, the actual answer may shock you. Now, granted, I have to come back tomorrow and wet it down and all that, but that's brand new. The actual answer to how that worked was real simply that. Steel wool, soaked steel wool. So I did like the instructions said, found a little inconspicuous corner, and grabbed a piece of my Beyond the Sink Brillo pad, soaked, of course, not non-soaked, and it just started pulling all that stuff off, guys, really fast. So I was a little nervous about it. I didn't know if it would work or not. But once it started pulling it off, oh my Lord, it just started flying off of there. So why not rock out with it? So that's exactly what I did. So now let's knock that back wheel out, or that back tire out, and we're done with this side. All right, ladies and gents, we're back. It's the day after Christmas. It's almost the end of the day after Christmas, and I'm just now getting started working again. But we've got the truck turned around. We're going to knock out the other side of the wheels. Yeah, passenger side now. And get those cleaned up. Okay. My Brillo pad trick worked out amazing. Okay. So I can't wait to get the other two done and then roll this truck out into the light and see just how good it looks. But I'll show you as soon as I get this wheel off. We're going to go ahead and swap the rotors out and then start cleaning the wheel. So I'll bring you back in just a minute. All right, guys, it's been a couple hours. Got the rear one done, clean, put back on, brakes finished, new rotor on. Now we've moved on to the front. Went ahead and got it taken care of, got it all painted up, just like the other side. But we had to finish the wheels. So there's the new wheels, aka just cleaned. Just cleaned with Brillo pads. That's all I used was the Brillo pads with soap. Well, no, let me back that up. The last wheel, this one here, I did that one with just a Brillo pad, okay? And it turned out okay. Somebody got in there and scratched the crap out of it in certain areas. Like that part right there, you can see the scratches in that, but then not there. I don't know what they were doing. The Brillo pad does not do that. This is plastic, and you can see how shiny that turned out. So I don't know what happened there, but that happened on another wheel too. Anyway, so what I did different on this one, just to kind of break it up a little bit more, golly, look at there, is I sprayed it down with the Super Clean first, let it set for a few seconds, not enough to dry, but just for a few seconds, and then I started hitting it with the wet Brillo pad, and that's how it came out right there. So there it is. So now we got to put it on the truck, pump the brakes up, and then it's ready to drive. And I also am still nursing a cold, but I want to take the Brillo pad to that exhaust tip and see what I can do with it. I bet it'll turn out pretty. All right, ladies and gents, here we are. I got all the wheels on. Back the camera out a little bit. Got all 4 wheels done. And let's back up here and squat down a little bit. Oh. It ain't perfect by any means, but by golly, it looks a whole lot better than it did. I don't remember that sticking out quite that far, but I guess it did. Anywho, so now that that's out of the way, I still got a little work to do on this corner right here because it's a little bent up still. That was smashed all the way in, if y'all remember. But anyway, so I talked with the owner of the truck, and I am going to try and bodywork some of this, but we're going to get that half pipe stuff for this, and I will glue it on. Also, I have the shocks. I can go ahead and put the shocks on. So let me get those, and I'll show you what that is. All right. So these are the shocks right here. I'll show you how that goes here in a second. When you lift this tailgate up, or this bed cover up, it's really heavy. So these shocks assist in the lifting of it, okay? And this one is hooked up here, and it's supposed to hook back right here. Now, as you can see, it doesn't work. So we've got the new one supposed to be this right here. Let's find out. And we'll get them opened up, because these just seem like they're long. So we'll find out. You know, once this is done, I don't know, we'll go from there. Yeah, that's quite a bit longer. I don't think that's even remotely right. No, not at all. Huh. Let's see what this is ordered to. Made in China. So these are not correct. Yay. All right. So I'll pack these back up and see if we can get the right ones tomorrow. Daggone it. I need to measure them real quick. So, okay, so those just are not correct. So I'll go tomorrow to see if I can find the right ones for this. These are, in case you're wondering, if you have the bed that lifts up like this and has the hinges, these are a 90 pound. The number on it is a C16-19222. So that way you'll know. Now, also in this, to open and close this, you got to twist the handle, right? Well, this handle's been a little messed up before. And I don't know if this is gonna work right or not. Probably I'm gonna lean toward the not, because there's no rod bar in here to, anyway, we got the rods to go across here as well, so let's take a look at them. Oh, what we got here? Okay. Oh, that's how it goes. Okay. So it came with the piece on it. So that's a good thing. Remember, safety third. Always cut away from you. Or towards you. Don't listen to me. I'm stupid, guys. Okay, so on this we have an eyelet here that I believe is what's supposed to latch into here. Like so. Like that. Maybe? No. Or does it go under it? Maybe under it. I don't know. I do not know. I got to figure this out too, guys. Okay, guys, that's exactly how it works. The Allen wrench in the back of it. You get your adjustment and angle right, however you need it. And then goo 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 choo. You tighten the Allen head down. So we'll put the Allen heads toward the inside. Like that. Slide this up in here like this. I still don't know what this is supposed to hook to. Or anything. Let me lay down here so it hits me in the face. We'll loosen that up. Loosen that up. That can't be as far as it goes. Can't it? I guess it is. Okay, let's see what it does here. We'll lay this down. Okay. It friggin' fell again. Entirely too low. So, screw it. Do yourselves a favor, guys. Don't get old. Ladies and gents, I'm out here working on this truck, and my little girl's out here on the stool playing at the metal table, and she's looking at my welding helmet with all the other stickers, and it's driving her crazy because nothing else will do her but to see rat fink right there. So I go through my stickers, and what do I find but another rat fink? I told her she could have it. What does she want to stick it on?
This.
So we're going to do that. All right, did you get it on there good?
Yep.
You got to roll it on there good now, or it'll come back off. Guys, it's official. She's got her own rat fink sticker on her little pink helmet. And how you like that Dolly Parton makeup? Something. Anyway, we get back to work. So we got this part fixed. I still got to add the lock in here, but it does operate as it's supposed to. Opens the rest of the way up on its own and stays up this time. Got the new rods in, and those set in like so. Flat part that goes into the channel there on both sides, and then there's a lock nut on top of the spin tumbler there, and these lock in from the front side with an Allen wrench. That's really all there is to it. And then you just pull it back down and then lock it And we got the edge trim on all the way around. And then I tried something else. Zoom in there, see if you can see it. But I'm trying this trim restore stuff. You notice the left side, that right there, versus this side over here, around like that. Yeah. I don't know how good this stuff is. It comes out in some kind of clear liquid. It's from Turtle Wax. I don't know how old it is. I found it in some old stuff a long time ago. But it says Trim Restore, premium grade wax. So, as you can see, there's no directions on it. So, I shook it up and we're giving it a chance. Let's see what happens. See how long it takes it to fade back out. Literally about 1.5 minutes of wiping, and that's what we get. That's all it took to do the whole entire thing. And that's what you see right there is glare. Like it's shining, guys. So, I don't know. Yes, I went a little over on the paint, but it's okay. It smells like it's like a carnauba wax or something. But, and if it is, I've got to tape all that stuff up anyway. Let's get out of those lights there. I got to tape up anyway and get ready to do some paint and body work. I'm going to try a little section on here with the cutting compound and all that, see if I can bring any of this shine back. If not, it's going to get paint anyhow. So, that will be in the next video. So, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for following along. By the way, this truck runs really good. The cold air intake and all that works great. I'm working on getting my buddy Jack over here after he gets done with all his Christmas stuff. So that way we can get y'all some roller shots. So be prepared for that. That's coming. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share this with your friends. Okay? All right, guys. We'll catch y'all next time.